Better Than Jail. Short story by Michael Botur. From the collection True. Better Than Jail. It's 3 a.m. when the banging wakes you. Wolf. Just in a problem. Hey, grapefruit. God damn this noisy YMCA scumbucket hostel Marlena put you in. God damn having to go to a new job in a few hours and pretend you fit into the straight-o world. And god damn the laws that say you're not allowed to kill one man for fucking up the other man's sleep. You're wearing boxer shorts and skin. That's enough. When you were inside, cats sometimes wasted each other naked. You can complete the mission boxes. You can do anything if you are mad enough. And these noisy cunts are about to find that out. You creep on the balls of your feet like the life has taught you. Dim bulbs over every door are the brightest things in the city right now. Silent hallway, tinny treble from distant nightclubs. Your legs freeze and shatter, your asshole knots. Your dick hides inside its sheath. Sneaking, creeping, fists curling into bludgeons. You go up a floor on cold concrete fire stairs, find room 307. Nah, that's not the one, 309. 311. There are feathers peeking out the bottom of the door. That squeal again. You tap softly on the wood with 2 fingernails. Since you came out of jail, you've done everything softly, talking slow, never swearing, holding your fists like icicles that'll break if you use them. You tap more firmly. You suck a sore knuckle. It looks like you popped a blister, gnashing Miss Fist in your sleep. You hear voices whispering some gibberish behind the door, and then a slice of wall appears, and then a portion of a painting, and then a human face. What this is you'll want this morning time? The accent is a bit like Borat, the last movie you saw before the ninjas snuck silently into your house and pointed rifles at your head and cuffed you. The face that this accent belongs to is whiter than the whitest pedo in the buttercup unit. The face moves, and the drunk eyes follow a second later. It is a good face to smash. What are you? You come to my room, you fuck with my party. The noisemaker is some kind of Eastern European prince. He's put his champagne on the radiator and it has tipped over and spilled and the bubbles are popping and steaming. The room's got a sticky, fruity kind of brewery stench, like when the boys inside used to brew hooch on the heaters. There are feathers stuck to the wall, sticky liquor dribbling down. A woman comes up behind the party prince, tits wobbling, huge and free. She slides a bottle of Jose Cuervo out of the way with her lime-painted toes. She drapes herself on her hero's shoulders. They have cranked the heating way up, but the curtains are flapping out the window. I say, who are this guy? The party prince reminds you. You fuck with party, I kill you. He has gold rings through both nipples and bloodshot blue eyes. A feather settles on his shoulder. These assholes have been having a fucking pillow fight. You take one of the breaths that Loftus taught you about in the Bougainvillea room. Loftus was a South African with a thick neck, hair as yellow as a little kid. Total hard ass who loved behind the scenes punch-ups with inmates in corners where the CCTV couldn't see. You disagree with Loftus plenty, but the man was always wise. Loftus stopped a crew from chucking hot sugar in your eye. Loftus let you get in the ring with Horse, a small fella who'd put a hit on you, and box it out. That beef was squashed, and you held your sore head in your hands for a week. Then you swore, no more late night cruising with the boys, no more dairies, no more chopping bikes or shotties or rolling dealers. Computers would be the future, Loftus convinced you. Do an IT course with these Jehovah's Witnesses that come in every Tuesday. And last time you saw Loftus, he was squatting beside you during transcendental meditation in Meadow Unit. And he was telling you you had to get the Tide Fills Lagoon breathing technique right, else you wouldn't be able to handle the aggravation of the outside. So speak, Zgendaria Provoshnia, motherfucker, huh? The party prince hefts a chunky green bottle and folds his arms over his champagne-sticky chest and squits through his teeth. You smack your lips and pick salt out of your eyes, anything to delay killing this guy. Do you understand I'm trying to sleep, bro? Do you understand I'm in the room under you, bro? So you are putting pillow over your ear, Anya cunt. His assistant brings him a pillow, and he shoves the pillow into your face hard enough to rock you. Instead of falling over, you keep your left foot where it is, swing your right leg back, get into the orthodox stance. Through a drizzle of feathers, the party prince begins to look worried. Between 4 bottles of cognac on the coffee table, there is a laptop screen with a puzzled-looking person on it. Whoever is on Skype falls silent and watches the fight. Listen real good, neighbour. You've been making some real dumb decisions. I'd hate you to make another. Your fingers are fern fronds, and you are in a dark, quiet forest in the mountains of China with pandas and a cool breeze. I come from a place called Hafta. Ever heard of it? The party prince retreats a little into his room, worried. His woman is reaching for the landline. There might be a murder to report. Hafta is a place for a lot of cats. Hafta do a lot of shit. How come? Someone disses your ass from their window as they're driving past. Well, you have to get the rego and go to the post shop and track him down and put a cocktail through his window and burn his family up so there's just their teeth left. Now us peeps in half the land haven't really dealt with fucking midnight pillow fights before, so you know why I'm not used to midnight pillow fights, because I've been fucking sleeping, because tomorrow is my only chance to work an office job and I have to be fucking fresh when I go in because I'm a bit fucking nervous about going straight out. And if you fuck up my sleep anymore, if your fingertip settles on his nose, you sniff with laughter. Change your hand back into a fern. The ripples, shoals, the lapping lagoon. You fold your fern fronds into fists. Pick one, bro. Pick left or right. His fingers wriggle up and down the door, unsure if closing it will get him into less or more trouble. Left is for pashing, right is for smashing. So pick one. Nah, scared. And I ain't threatened you for the record, so don't tell the feds that I did, because you know why? Cause if I threaten cunts, my ass goes back to jail. So if I was going to do something to land my ass back inside, I wouldn't just talk. I would have to go all the way. So you're going to have to ask yourself whether you want me to go apeshit on your ass or not, because this is on you. The party prince shakes as he tries to offer all the euros from his rhinestone wallet. Of course you don't take his money, you ain't no crook. You do a thumbs up at the security camera, trot back to bed. It's a big day tomorrow. New square job, new square you. So this 9 to 5 straight office job, supposed to be BTJ, supposed to be better than jail, but goddamn, it makes you tense. In Educate Straight, you were trained in how to handle Microsoft Excel, 2010, 2016, Xero, MYOB, QuickBooks, Access. Shit, you were even trained in Microsoft Dynamics, but how to shake hands like a squeaky clean straight-o? Bro, must have missed that one. You trail behind Prudence Flaherty Duff, operations manager, as she gives you a tour of the office, looking down on all the peeps on Queen Street. Prudence Flaherty Duff is a jiggly old white lady with fake-ass dyed hair who tells you to call her Prue, as if that's any less white than fucking Prudence. She wears about $1,000 worth of jewellery. She strokes your desk and the water cooler. She also strokes everyone's shoulders as she introduces people. The handshakes these straight-o office squares give make you feel weird, suspect, too rigid and clean. They are the type of handshakes you would see when you were kicking back in your cell watching Downton Abbey. That weird type of handshake that's low down and doesn't make a pleasing smack as the palms whack together. How are you supposed to trust a man if you don't even press chests? And yeah, that is what this office is all about though. People smiling with their faces instead of their hearts. BTJ? I don't know if this place is better than jail. Ain't nothing more crooked than peeps that call themselves straight. You're introduced to G Ling and payroll and Cushy from HR and Bruce Can, the server man. The one single name you absolutely gots to remember is Prudence Flaherty Duff, operations manager. Prue Flaherty Duff, Prue Flaherty Duff. You mutter the name to yourself as she carries on with the tour. You memorise a rhyme so her name sinks in. Prue Flaherty Duff, silvery muff, money and stuff, rich poodle goes rough. There's this black cat, Julius, one of the accountants. He pats your huge shoulders and he says, somebody's been doing his push-ups, and you flinch, ready to knock him out if there is a diss hidden in his words. Julius takes his hands off you, laughing. Sorry, workplace touching and all that, don't tell the boss. Yeah, there's a few snakes around here, yes sirree. How come the homeboy is name-dropping the word snakes? Is he saying you're king cobras? Is he saying you're going to snitch on him for touching you? Are you going to have to kill his ass already? Prue interrupts with a shoulder massage, melting you down till you pour into a nice swivel chair, stiff back, brand new. It feels plain wrong. It feels too comfy. It feels undeserved. You ask her if you can shuffle your desk a bit, and you drag it so your back's against the wall and you can see who's coming at you across the yard. Well, coming across the office floor, that is. Carpet and computers. She won't be doing your direct personal management. Nah, this Julius Brothers supervising you, it turns out. They've given you 2 monitors, and goddamn, the machines is fast. A million times faster than the grey Stonehenge-looking fuckers in the prison library. See, the internet here doesn't even have to dial and whistle to get online. There's not even any screws standing against the wall watching. It feels cheeky, feels creepy, feels fake. So you spend your first morning with your face almost touching the screen, trying to add a GST formula to column F, and it won't fucking populate, goddammit. It's making you fizz inside so much you don't even notice the room emptying. When you finally push back and roll a smoke and stick it in your mouth and turn to ask Julius for a light, you realise there is a party in the break room. You get a fist all prepped. You sidle up to the gathering. You widen your chest. You put your apeshit face on. You sniff around the corner. They all have their backs to you. Everyone's laughing over steaming mugs of coffee. In the middle of the table, there's a platter of these brown donut things with no frosting. Edging along the wall, you get spotted. They tell you to take a so-called bagel about 8 times before you finally snatch one and retreat. You've never had a donut with no icing before, or a desk. You eat in a toilet cubicle with the door locked. 10:29, back to work. BTJ, this has got to be better than jail. You concentrate on reconciling drawings, receiving payments, exporting worksheets to a couple of people around the corner, checking on some budgeting. You don't talk to anyone, don't let anyone sneak up behind you, don't take a piss until the sun's burned down low. At 5, everyone wriggles into their coats and says goodnight, and Prue Flaherty Duff squeezes your forearm, leans in with her old lady alcohol-y fruit stench and says you can stay here overnight if you like, but she's going home. Righto, you tell her. You turn back to your screen, determined to get the charterist sheets to match the schedule of payments. Dear boy, she says, her words heavier. I'm not asking. You've done well. Go home. Back up the YMCA. Everyone is epic nice to you. It can only mean they're scared shitless. That party prince must have run his mouth. People clear out of the kitchen when you pour steaming water on your pot noodles. Chickie Pie in reception stands up and bows. The cleaners tiptoe past your room. It doesn't make you feel like a king. Just makes you feel like you're back inside. May as well do push-ups till you're sleepy. Turn the lights out at 8. Get to work at dawn. You're used to working it. You're used to waking at 4:30 a.m. anyway. You catch the 5:30 bus, hoping to hit the staff kitchen and scoff some noodles in peace, but Prue Flaherty Duff, when she's already there in her office, your flesh freezes. You duck into the shadow beside a bookcase. The old lady is doing laps around a bald white guy in a suit who's sitting in her chair. She keeps flapping her arms like she's trying to fly, shouting one minute, then laughing. Keeps bending over the cat in the chair to type some shit on her computer screen. Your belly bangs furiously, demanding to be fed, but you can't be seen doing anything except work. You gotta act like a robot to fit in with these straight-O's, so you can eat your noodles dry and cold in the toilets, washing the sachet of chicken flavour powder down with a palmful of tap water. On the way out, a staunch dude with an out-thrust chin gives you a hard look. It's you in the mirror. Yeah, you're looking at yourself. Man the fuck up, boy. You wanted this. It's lunch, suddenly. You shake your head, you blink, you pinch your eyes. This lady who never takes a scarf off her head jokingly pushes your wheelie chair towards the elevator and tells you to GTFO, and you look down and your fists are trembling because it almost got real for a second there. You wheel a man like he's a cripple? Bro, office culture is big time fucked up. You dust off your jacket. You put your quiver and fist in your pocket. Everyone thinks it's a big laugh to totally unwind for 30 minutes. Prue even comes in, and her and Julius guffaw, and they squeeze each other's shoulders. Straight-O's? Yeah, straight-O's don't realise how good they got it. All you have to buy lunch with is one of the supermarket shopping vouchers Marlena hands you every 2 weeks. Your metabolism is roaring from the 680 push-ups that you managed last night. You reluctantly pop out, you get a sack of buns, get some hot dogs from New World Metro, you get back to work within 12 minutes. You sit with the people for another 10, you listen to them comparing what brand of line trimmer is best. All these words you've never had a need for. Line trimmer, power nui, upgrade, splurge. You send a silent apology to Miss Fist. You tell her you see her soon. Part of Marlena's job is she has to drive all the way over from probation and visit you on your day off. It's not that she's here to tell you you've had some great first 2 weeks like some supportive sister. Nah. Marlena used to be a human rights lawyer in some place called Zimbabwe, always fighting the power. Now she moves her fat ass slowly and she talks like she's asleep. Marlena does the minimum to keep her bosses happy so that her pay comes in to feed her kids. She's not quite a sister, not quite a straight-ho. You're just settling down with Miss Fist when she knocks on your door. Damn it, no time for a root. You tuck your hand behind your back like a butler, put the kettle on. Wearing this thick overcoat like a old-school private detective, Marlena lifts up your mattress, she checks the fire evacuation plan, she asks for a cup of your piss and a courier bag to send to the lab. After you've pissed for her, she sticks her camel nose in the air, sniffs for weed. Marlena sees you got one hand concealed behind your back. She pulls the door fully open. She wedges it. She frowns at you. She crosses out something on her checklist. It's all protocol, she explains. Her job forbids her from being inside a confined space with a client without an exit plan. But that's not what you're cagey about. You're cagey because just before Marlena arrived, you had painted your left hand with lipstick, turned your fingers into Little Miss Fist. You were about to let Miss Fist work on your cock, get laid, take your time, feel good for 10 minutes. Now you're just a big dude with a painted hand hid behind your back, left for pashing, right for smashing. She sees you blue-tacked your favourite poster on the cupboard, your only poster. It shows these two black cats at the Olympics, standing on first and second place, numbers 1 and 2, gold and silver medals, putting their triumphant fists in the sky over this white boy hanging his head down, defeated. That poster, man, you're never really allowed it in your cell, so Loftus showed you how to hang your clothes in front of it. So it was still there, still part of your world, but the other screws couldn't see it. This is allowed? Marlena asks, puckering her face while she studies the poster. What's allowed, Marlena? Putting a poster up? Or standing up against white cunts? Thought you, of all people, would love that. Marlena snorts. You check the jug, you change the subject, you tell her how work has been going, how much the cats are alright. Her being off Australia was all about discussing what was on the breakfast news, discussing jogging and rowing machines, fat-free muffins, signing cards for people's birthdays, pouring filtered coffee into a mug with a kitten on it wearing a tie. You tell her how your first pay was more money than you ever earned standing over clueless students for their Ritalin. You don't tell her Prue's up to some weird shit with her creepy Dawn accounting sessions. Prue has got to be wearing a wire telling the feds that you don't deserve a second chance. Something sinister like that. Then there's the thing that Julius told you too. It's hard to get Marlena to understand how sad the brother's eyes looked when he told you the company policy about rounding up the bill for each client. There are 3 figures around us, there's the 4 figures, then there's the 5. If a client's about to get a bill for $600, you are supposed to make it a nice even $950. Then they'll be grateful that it's under $1,000, Julius explained, touching your monitor for support, looking away with shame. If the bill is $7,260, you're supposed to round it up to $7,900. These are dollars that people would kill for on the outside. People are savage here in the straight-o world, man. People fuck you over and then thank you for your business. You're pacing the room as you rant. You've had no one else to talk to about Prue. That woman, man, some days you want to eat her out. You're so grateful for the job. Other days you're positive that she is about to fire your ass because she'll write shit on a draft invoice like insufficient or under budget or try again, and she'll stick it on your screen. So you come back from a noodle break and there's a little reminder for you to keep feeling shame. The jug is boiled. You hand Marlena a steaming pot of real good Szechuan prawn noodles. Marlena puts the noodles on the windowsill and she dusts off a tablet. I'm just getting your notes up. I am in touching these directors at work. Marlene is useless at English, man. Marlena, how many peeps know I'm an ex-con? Tell me. Don't bullshit me, ma. She points her droopy eyes at you. You have complete all the train course requirement, yes, no? Honest to God, I have, for real. And you deserve this job, yes, no? 100% I deserve it. I have check. Prue, she is liking you very much so. She says you are not so good with the money. But my numbers add up! You punch your palm. I applied for this tax refund directly back to the client instead of us, and she pinged me for that, man. I still don't get that one. I thought these cats were supposed to be straight. They're the ones who ought to be in jail. In the old country, we compromise. You sit on the bed, and she takes a turn pacing your room. Marlena looks into her. And after she has looked into her noodles, she puts them back on the windowsill. You charge the client, you make the money, you keep the job. That's fucked. You think normal person like his or her job? You think I like this job? Marlena puts away her tablet and stands up and pulls her coat over her belly. There is another job. I have come into email inbox today. Cleaner. You want to be a cleaner? She waddles to the elevator. You follow her out. Watch the doors close, unable to answer. You race the alley cats in the moon to work so that you can search for answers to the questions you're too embarrassed to ask the others, like how to make a pull-out slice from the pie chart, and how to add interest to net projections, and what are the 6 steps of project implementation. The fire stairs are supposed to be a quiet way in, but this morning, when you walk onto the cream carpet, Prue presses a keypad that locks the fire escape behind you. A moment of your time. You're nervous as fuck, but you tell yourself it's BTJ. You pull the gentle tide into the lagoon. Breathe, bro. This is better than jail. BTJ. You follow her into the boardroom. You can't keep your eyes off her pearls, her earrings, her heels. How do you think our shareholders are going to like it if I present to them $483,000 in revenue from Zephyrs and Truebridge instead of $583,000? Because that difference in profitability, my friend, comes from you. From you not looking for chances to make the most of this extremely generous opportunity you've been given. The stairs are calling you, but you're terrified. This is Horse in the boxing ring. Loftus, whapping your fingers with his stick. Gangsters howling your name through the pipes at Paparua. Emergency plan. Make small talk. Get her on side. How's your dogs? You got 6 poodles, eh? 7, she goes. All you can do is gulp as she pushes open the doors of the boardroom. God, they must have snuck in early. Something huge has got to be up. Inside's a circle of directors standing around a desk made of clear glass. They are each flipping through pages on a tablet. Their mouths are puckered into tight little beaks. Okay, phew. Wipe sweaty hands on pants. Fill the lagoon. The board's mostly Indian and Chinese women, far as you can tell. Plus there's one kind of bony-cheeked Elon Musk-looking cat whose face is all stretched and pink like he's had surgery. Fuck, bro, parole borders are way easier than this. Your timing is truly serendipitous, Prue says. We're on page 48 of the quarterly. You look confused. Do you need me to explain what a quarterly report is? We were hoping for a better result. A woman in a purple headscarf explains. She looks like some killer spy bitch out of a James Bond movie, but her accent is local. Man, people have changed since you went inside. Races is different. So it's him, Headscarf says, tilting her head towards you. Items 9 and 10, that's this guy's work? Headscarf slides you a tablet so you can read the pages that are disappointing them so much. Your body remembers to crouch against the wall so you can spot the attack coming up. God, you wish Loftus were here to tell you what to do. Nobody in this room could take you in a fight, but they do have the power right now to rip out your mana and slice it up. They wait in silence while you try to understand this graph with dots all scattered across it. A label says, revenue opportunity lost 8.32%. Then there's other words you can't stop yourself mumbling. Human error, you go, shrinkage. It's so I can bill I can bill 8 peeps 1% extra each to make up the money and shit. You look for help. Oh, Miss Flaherty Duff, am I like, are you guys firing me because I didn't bring in enough money? People on the board shake their heads and they grin. It's all smiles with these fucking jackals. Prue is the kindest of all. She waddles over and pats your head like you're one of her poodles. So long as you responsibly attribute the LOFs on each invoice with your own name, nobody is firing anybody. What's LO? Lost opportunity fee. We have investors to answer to, says a tired-looking cat with frosted yellow streaks and a Bluetooth headset on. He doesn't even look at you as he speaks. His hands are cupped in front of his face as if he's been crying or praying. So 8.32% to make up, and put my name on it. Okay, I gotcha. That was last quarter, dear. You have some catching up to do. On your feet, you hover around the door, half in this world, half out, but you can't take it anymore. So you charge at them with your fist out, tossing away everything. Prue Flaherty Duff is the first to get the fist, then headscarf, then Bluetooth. You shake everyone's hands, one at a time, going around the board like a travelling circus act, thanking them, letting their firm grip crush your feeble fist. In jail, there was this laundry press that squashed bedsheets flat as stamps. You once got the strap of your overalls caught in the cogs. The screws wouldn't start the machine until it had released the sheet, because the sheet was prison property. They didn't want to get in trouble ripping some cheap-ass square of linen. You tried to pull your strap out and nearly sucked your fingers in. People that depend on the machine will never break the machine to free someone that's trapped. Marlena? She's got the authority to release you from the machine. She tells you, except she doesn't call it a release. It's an exit interview. The hostel, these residents, they are moving out because they are being scared of you. Marlena explains. The manager, she is losing money. It's time you are getting your own place. You should be proud, moving up, she says, lifting your floppy hand and shaking it. I need to visit you no more. Okay, you are free. It's time you start your packing up. With Marlena's help, your room is in a suitcase in less than 5 minutes. She pauses to stare at the poster of the black cat with his fist in the air, standing above the white man. Something that's always bothered you is the way the black cat has got gold on him. He shouldn't have done it for the gold. You grasp the edges of the poster and tear it down.